Today's conversation is an introduction to Freemasonry. We're talking about an introduction to Freemasonry, and you may be wondering, well, what do you mean an introduction to Freemasonry? We have all the information in hand. It's all over the internet. Um, Introduction to Freemasonry. No, this is for those newbies. I mean, them who have knocked on the door of Freemasonry. It's for them. It is for those who are knocking on the door or the Order of the Eastern Star. It's for them. So we're gonna have this conversation today. So come on in. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you're blessed today. And we're gonna see where this is gonna take us. So it is my hope, as always, that you're able to grab something out of this and to be able to share it with someone else. So definitely welcome everybody. And if you want to shoot your if you want to send a shout out to your brothers of the craft or your sisters of the order, you're welcome to do that. This channel is open to all Masons and all Eastern Stars, period. If you have been initiated, passed, and raised, and you are a Freemason, this channel is open to you. If you are an Eastern Star who have gone through the 5 points of the order, of the degrees, you are certainly welcome. Peace to everybody who's coming on today. We're talking about the introduction to Freemasonry in the Order of the Eastern Star. But I'm quite sure you're wondering, how does this fit what's happening today? Well, this fits very well into what's happening today. I mean, this goes right into it, and we're going to have that conversation today in regards to that. So let me start off by saying this. The first lie that is ever told to you in Freemasonry. You're probably saying, what? No, the first lie that is ever told to you in Freemasonry is that, oh, this is a beautiful brotherhood. We're all over the world. You can go to any lodge you want to and have this great camaraderie. That's the first lie that was told to you. Well, we're going to talk about that first lie because what many of us have seen within the framework of Freemasonry is that there's a disdain and a dislike for those of us who've set different courses and blazed different trails. Those who are in international, modern, free, those who are PHO, PHA, mainstream, you name it. That whole diaspora of Freemasonry here in America is it's a cesspool. It's a cesspool because we have set ourselves up to claim something that is so beautiful, but when man interceded and got his hands into it, they turn it into something that's gritty. And what we have done is that we have turned this this philosophy of life, we have turned it into something like it's mine. This is my masonry. You're not a part of my masonry. What we have done is we have taken this thing and put it on its head and totally misunderstood it and misused it. This is what most of us have done. This is what quite a few of us have done in these various grand lodges. We are no longer taught to respect each man's for his choice, especially if this choice is helping him to be a better man or to help shape him to be a better adult, a better husband, whatever that looks like, a better wife, if you're Eastern Star. We have taken this thing and we have totally shifted. Today, a friend of mine from the UK sent me, well, a lodge brother actually sent me a flyer, and it was saying that the United Grand Lodge of England was participating in the Gay Pride Parade. Well, in Freemasonry, we are taught of the moral values of a man, of a woman. We are distinctly talking in regards to two gender. That's why even we say we would not be at the making of a woman a Mason. You know what I'm saying. You said that. So when you say these things, and then when you say something that is supposed to help guide you become corrupted by those who are in some type of leadership, it makes you shake your head. I know a lot of times people like to throw in different facets of Freemasonry and what it's supposed to be. The word supposed to be is the key word. Why is it not what it's supposed to be? It is not what it's supposed to be because those who claim to practice it don't really practice it. See, we're taught that we should respect each man for his decision. We're taught that upon that man making a decision, it's his alone to make. That's what I'm taught. That's what I try to convey to those who come in this jurisdiction. We also said that Freemasonry is around the world and that every brother, is a part of this great society or fraternity of Freemasonry. I've said that and I meant that. However, that's been proven wrong too because it's not that way. Let's just be honest. It is not that way. Anytime you have a group of people or individuals who proclaim that this is my Freemason, you're interfering with my Freemasonry, you have totally lost it. You have thrown everything that you thought you knew to the side. That's what you've done. And this is what we've done here in the United States. And I say here in the United States because this is where I'm at right now. This is where I practice Freemasonry at. So what we thought we had as far as building the moral structure of a man and making sure he was on the right path, that has been taken and been distorted by those who wants to put everybody in a bucket. And you can't do that. I can't put all PHA brothers in a bucket. I can't put all internationals nor modern free. See, I can't do that because in this journey we call Freemasonry, in this individual travel, we're going to meet various people from various grand lodges. That's what we're going to do. It has been my experience that I have visited other lodges out of my jurisdiction. Absolutely. I'm going to get to that one too, bro. What we have done is that we have put ourselves in these boxes and corners, because it's my fraternity. Get out of my Freemasonry. It is not your Freemasonry. Freemasonry is a philosophy that is practiced with ancient customs. The fact of the matter is you have forgot the ancient customs or the moral values of Freemasonry and the Order of the Eastern Star. Although we know that McCoy, in the foundation of the Eastern Star, is really a Christian-based fraternity or sisterhood or sorority. It is truly that. Okay? That's truly what it is. It is that. But what we've done with that is that we have distorted it, we have flipped it, we have turned the tables over. Now we know that Freemasonry is a progressive science. But when you've progressed so far from the moral values and customs from Freemasonry, all you can really do is shake your head. All you can really do is set the example of how to be a Mason in front of those who proclaim to be Masons. See, a lot of people run around proclaiming to be Mason, but they don't practice Mason because a brother of the craft, I mean someone who gingerly enjoy and love the craft, knows that before he even knocked on the door of Freemasonry to any Masonic lodge, it was in his heart. It was in his heart. Before he even knocked on the door of Freemasonry, it was in his heart. And when I say in his heart, that means that he wanted to be part of a brotherhood, a kinship of men that would help him to be not only a better man, but a builder of men. Because Masons are seeking good men anyway. And in the process of seeking those good men, we teach them how to be Masons. And in the process of being a Mason, you become a builder of men, be it morally or with their character, be it on being a Mason. And And I'll tell you this, a lot of things happens in the back doors of Freemasonry. You may be asking me, what do you mean a lot of things happen in the back doors of Freemasonry? The reason things happen on the back doors of Freemasonry because if they happen in public, it would really shake things up. And let me share that with you. So I know of brothers who are of mainstream Grand Lodges who have visited certain lodges. I know of brothers who are PHA who have visited certain lodges. I know brothers who are of Modern Free and International that have visited lodges that they say that they shouldn't visit. See, there's a lot of visitation that goes on in Freemasonry behind closed doors. I'm telling you what I know, not what I think I know. I'm telling you that a lot of Masonic visitation happens behind closed doors, unbeknownst to the Grand Lodge itself. And that's true. You know why it happens that way? Because there are some brothers of the craft who really want the essence of Freemasonry to be shown. And it's not based upon your history, but it's based upon your character, uh, uh, your moral value, your character of who you are. That's what it's based upon. It's based upon, do you know what Masonry is all about? Not just that you can memorize the catechism. I'm a this. It's not that. Do you carry that in your heart? And when you carry that in your heart, all the nuances, all of the things that all of the BS goes away. All of the B, all of it goes away. It really does. It really goes away. That's when you have gotten to a point that you understand that, hey, this is something I can't deal with. And when you are new to Freemason, you're going to get, man, you're going to get an eye opener. When you being new to Freemason, you're going to get an eye opener. You're going to say, do you mean to tell me that all of this bullshit is going on in Freemasonry? All of this is really happening? You mean to tell me y'all are consider them not Freemasons because they didn't do this? They don't like you because of this. I don't even know that person. But you're telling me because they're here, I can't like them. I can't talk to them. And this is where we're at. So a new person who's coming into Freemasonry is going to get an eye opener of BS because the same thing that you find in society, you're going to find it in Freemasonry. And when I say the same thing, I mean it. I mean it from all levels. And that is the truth. I know a lot of brothers be like, well, that doesn't happen here. Da-da-da. Brother, sister, you know that it happens there. You know where it happens at. Anytime you can, you don't know a brother, but anytime you can criticize him, you don't know him, you hadn't really gotten or spoken to him, but you can criticize him. Anytime you have totally flipped the strip and said, it's my Freemasonry, not knowing that this guy is in his heart and he's willing to go the extra mile for you, you have no idea. You have no idea. Let me tell you, I have met Masons from across the world. I have had the opportunity to visit several lodges. I have several Masonic rituals, and they're all really saying the same thing, but we take it so personal as you should without having love in you. We take this so personal. I'm not saying you shouldn't take Masonry personal, but you take it so personal you have no love in your heart. So if you tell me you was first prepared to be a Mason in your heart, but you don't have love for the next Mason or the next Eastern Star, something ain't right. When you are defrauding your lodge, you're stealing and embezzling millions of dollars from your lodge or your chapter or even thousands. When you're doing that, you can't tell me you have love for the organization. I don't care who you are. You can't tell me that. When you criticize not part of your jurisdiction, You can't tell me you have love in your heart. I'm not saying everybody is a beyond criticism. I'm just saying if you know that brother, he's living a good life. When I say a good life, he's taking care of business. He has a job. He's paying his bills. He take care of his family. When he's doing what he's supposed to do as a man and participating in life and making sure that this journey that he's on, somebody else is going to benefit from the path he blazes, then you're going to see it differently. You know, you are going to see it differently. And then this Black Soul Entertainment. Why is there so much beef in Freemasonry? Because it's full of bullshit. I said it. The reason there's so much beef in Freemasonry because it's full of bullshit. People talk about other Grand Lodges. Well, your Grand Lodge is not older than mine, and your Grand Lodge popped up out the blue, and your Grand Lodge did this and did that. They don't even know that brother. And even if you know that brother, let him be. Let her be. If you feel that passionate about it, let them be. Let them be. Do you. Grow your Grand Lodge. Grow your Grand Chapter. Be. Move out the way. If you think that that brother is full of shit and you don't like what he's doing or saying, you think let him be. It'll come out. Let him be. If you think that, cool, let him be. But some can't let other people be. So therefore, if you got a lot of beef, almost like a gang, and it's almost like a gang. And now what has happened is that some of mainstream Freemasons have been introduced to this so-called beef within the black diaspora of Freemasonry. And now that has been introduced, what I'm seeing now is this hill being built, this discomfort, this thing that is the undercurrent that is detrimental to Freemasonry. It is. It is truly detrimental to Freemasonry. And I've talked to brothers whom I don't know, and they'll say, "Oh well, you know, I can't talk to you about Freemasonry. It's a philosophy. I don't need to know your lodge business. I'm not asking about that. I'm talking about a philosophy. I'm talking about how do we help build a better society. But you can't have the conversation, you know. Um, and this is what we get, man. It is just crazy. It is really a big lie. It is. You know, it's really a big lie that we tell each other all the time how beautiful it is, man. It's only beautiful when you are living it. It's only beautiful when you are dealing with people of like-mindedness. It's only beautiful when you're able to really experience Freemasonry outside of your jurisdiction with other Masons, without all of the bullshit that others like to throw onto it. It's only beautiful when you're able to live up to the moral and character and moral value of being a Mason or Eastern Star. It's only beautiful in that setting and that setting alone. Other than that, all of it is full of bullshit. I mean, every bit of it. So for those of you who are interested in becoming a Mason or Eastern Star, you in for an eye opener. You're in. You're gonna be like, this is some bull, because the things that you see in Freemasonry really shows you how society is. Because, you know, I can go out and party and drink. I don't need Freemasonry to do that, but you join the shrine. Oh, this is the playhouse. This is the playhouse. Not knowing how spiritual the shrine is, you know. Uh, I don't have to talk to you, you know, but Freemasonry say, oh, we have a brotherhood. If it's truly a brotherhood, is it just amongst your own? Or do you accept those who have gone through the doors of Freemasonry? Hear me clearly. When you say it's a brotherhood, are you speaking just for your own? Or are you talking about those who've gone through the doors of Freemasonry, those who have been initiated, raised, and passed? Because some of us, you know, have been initiated, raised, and passed in a variety of ways, in a variety. That's what you're talking about. because that's the craziest part. That's the craziest part, you know. And because when I got raised, the floors had carpet on it, nice building. It was beautiful inside the lodge when I got raised. And then there are some brothers who get raised outdoors in the desert, and their experience is different than mine because they went through a process that is dead on to the experience of of the legend of Harem Abiff. Whereas my experience is slightly more comfortable. And then you get those brothers who said, "No, man, you're not real." What do you mean I'm not real? You're fake. What do you mean I'm fake? So you get all of this thrown into Freemasonry, and everyone who deals in it, including myself, misses the essence of the brotherhood for which you claim you love. You miss it. You miss it because you threw everything out the window. You threw everything out the window. Three, theatrical don't make you legit. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the process makes you legit. The process makes you legit. In my book, the process makes you legit. Uh, People would say, "Well, no, that doesn't make you legit either." Well, the process is that you have been initiated, passed, and raised. I don't care what Grand Lodge did it. Did you go through the process? Was it in your heart first? Are you willing to do the things that was in your obligation? You know, are you willing to go the extra mile? Are you willing to remember your brothers beyond your own Grand Lodge in your prayers? Are you willing to keep the secrets of that brother when he tells you? Are you willing to go uh, 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 treason, I'm mispronouncing that word, and murder accepted? And that's left up to me. Are you willing to keep that? Are you? I'm just asking because it was in my heart first. See, am I willing to whisper good counsel in a brother's ear when I see unapproaching danger? Am I willing to do those things? Because it was in my heart first. Am I willing to do that for a brother who I have found worthy and well qualified? It didn't say my Grand Lodge found him worthy and well qualified. It said me. Have I? Is that brother who's PHA, mainstream, whatever he may be, is he worthy and well qualified? Has he shown that he is truly who he say he is? Has he gone the extra mile? What has he done to you to make you feel that he's not worthy? What has he done? What has he done? Because I have experienced some things in masonry that gave me the highs and then have given me the lows. But I've had more great times over my 35 years than I've had. Man, I just had some great moments. I met some great people, but I've also met some a-holes. Those who, my masonry thing, you know. I just say welcome. Welcome to the brotherhood of Freemasonry in the Order of the Eastern Star, the sisterhood. Welcome. I hope that you find that what you're looking for, a sincere brotherhood, a sincere sisterhood amongst those who claim to be such. Period. Well, how can you claim to be something and you are not this? Well, who makes the claim that I'm not? Well, I make the claim. Well, who are you to me? Because none of us have to accept anything from anybody. You don't have to accept my friendship. I don't have to accept yours. I don't owe you an explanation. You don't owe me one either. But we get so hell-bent on the mere fact that you believe that somebody owes you an explanation. Nobody owes you nothing. Are you getting out of Freemason what your expectations are? Are you getting that? This is why when we do an interview, and especially when I'm on the interview committee, I often ask a brother, what are your expectations of Freemasonry? What are your expectations of this lodge, this Grand Lodge? Everybody got expectations. And then once he tells me that, and then I'm going to tell him what are our expectations, because we have them too. So once we find out that those things that we have talked about, they come together. I meet your needs, you meet my needs, and together we're going to grow. Together we're going to help each other along this travel. We good. We good. And I find that it's the most uniquely thing you can be, is to be open with an individual who's looking to join your Grand Lodge or your lodge. When you find that person and they put in or submit that application, be be open to them. Give them the good, the bad, and the ugly. Give it to them and let them make their own decision whether they want to join you or not. But to fill their heads with bullshit and then send them out into public as a Mason, and they later find that, hey, why is like the brother said, why is all this beefing going on? What is this all about? I thought we supposed to be this fraternal order, a brotherhood, respecting the next man. I don't have to say, well, yeah, he's all. No, I can just say, you know what, he's all right, man. He's cool. You know, I, I have no crumbs with you. I don't know you to have an issue with you. I haven't been to your home. I'm not getting your paycheck. You ain't getting. I don't have an issue with you to be where some of us are at, including me. See, most of us like to talk, but we never include ourselves in the wrongness when we look at Freemasonry as my masonry. This is what we get. So the introduction to Freemasonry is supposed to be beautiful. It's supposed to be something of a brotherhood, of a sisterhood. But we have corrupted it. When I say we, that's inclusive. We have corrupted a philosophy to help good men not just be better men, but thrive in the philosophy and building of the tools that have been passed down in Sprecher to Masonry to apply them to our daily life. But what we've done with that, we have taken those and threw them to the side, and the moral value of Freemasonry is now corrupted. The character of Freemasonry is corrupted in individuals. The system is beautiful, but the individuals who practice Freemasonry corrupts Freemasonry. I ain't saying all, because I don't like putting everyone in a box, but I'm saying individuals have corrupted that system within your Grand Lodge. They have done that, because everybody think there's no Masonic police. There is no universal Grand Lodge. Every Grand Lodge is sovereign. Every last one. I don't care if you don't like them. It can be 2 to 2 fruit Grand Lodge. You don't have to deal with them. You don't have to speak to them. You don't have to do nothing with that body of Masons. But boy, let me tell you, if that's in their heart and they're doing, when I say doing the work, I mean legitimately doing the work. Because this is the thing. Most people think that Freemasonry is this organization that gives money. And it is now, but it wasn't always that way. It was only after the Morgan affair happened and the uproar in regards to Freemasonry that it changed. The doors were slightly open to you so you can see. See, in the beginning, it was never about giving money to the community. It was never about scholarships. It was never about any of that. All that bullshit came along later. Because the story it told is that Morgan was kidnapped for printing a Masonic ritual. He was never to be found again. I don't know what happened, but there were Masons involved in his kidnapping. That is the legend. That is the story that is being told. And then after that happened, there was a kickback on Masons. People didn't like Freemasons. They thought it was this conspiracy to take over the government, the world, because Masons were involved in being police officers, being city council, just as it is today, but they was more connected. Keyword, connected. So after that happened, people had this backlash, this anti-Freemasonry thing was happening. Oh, we're gonna open the doors. We, we give money. We help the hospitals. We help the nursing homes. We do this to the widows, and we do. That's a bunch of. Mason was never meant for that. Mason was meant for those who were part of your Grand Lodge. That you, with your dues, if you needed assistance, we will help you. That's the original Masonic Institute. Is that you being a part of Freemasonry, you being a part of my Grand Lodge, your Masonic dues will go towards the assistance of you and your family when you are found to be destitute, when you need some assistance. My Grand Lodge, for which you are part of, my lodge, for which you are part of, would assist and aid you in this journey of getting you to where you needed to be, helping your family if they needed help. That was the original, not this thing of you got a scholarship fund over here, you got a building fund over there, and we giving thousands of dollars over here. No, it wasn't. It was not that. It was not that at all. Go back and look at it. Go back and see where the change came in and happened. It was during, I want to say, the 20s or 30s when they had the anti-Masonic revolution where, man, if you was a Mason, that was a bad thing to be part of. It wasn't until World War II, if I'm not mistaken, that Masonry began to flourish again. It wasn't until then. Other than that, it was what it was. So look, I've been on here for a few minutes. I want to say thank you for coming on. And if you get in, you are new to Freemason, when you come into the organization, enjoy everything that your Grand Lodge has to offer. Enjoy it. Enjoy the brotherhood, the essence. And if you can't enjoy it, then you got to find another lodge, another Grand Lodge, or some place to go. If you can't enjoy it, if you can't enjoy the benefits of traveling to other lodges, doing the things that they are telling you, then leave. Go to another lodge. It's okay. It's really okay. Peace and be well on your travels. I'm out. Are you sure you want to stop screaming? Yes. I can't even log off. Goodbye, everybody. I hope I'm able to get it now.